The truth. We all seek it, and the answers that lie within. However, more questions seem to fill those mysterious gaps. We seek insight. We seek guidance. We seek spiritual truth. Welcome to Spiritual Truth. Host Diet is a psychic medium and master teacher. She will help guide you through those difficult choices and get you headed in the right direction. As a psychic medium, Diet connects with spirit and provides you the best solution possible. She does not tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Join us each week for insightful readings, oracle cards, spiritual guidance, and so much more. You have waited long enough. Now is your time for Spiritual Truth. And now, your host, Diet.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is Diet here with Spiritual Truth on the Edge Network. Every morning I come in to just do a little bit of enlightenment. Hopefully, kind of bring up your spirits, give you something to look at or think about for the week, and we do it through spirit. Now, a few apologies when you might hear some screaming in the background. Both grandkids are home. Number 2, granddaughter's sick. So it's been a long weekend, a lot of sleepless nights over the weekend, and I'm starting to show signs of no sleep. So if you hear me talk over my words or just sound like I'm not there, that is the reason. But guys, I didn't want to cancel. I wanted to show up and still be here for you. So a few things that are going on in life here, and I want to do this right at the beginning. Before we get into our discussion today, because I want people to know about it right off the bat. Remember, I am doing the book giveaways for Tim Bear, the Everett Near book that he recently published, and that was published November 6th. Story's incredible. It's really about a story about how love exists even after death, and that those relationships can continue no matter what. So, thank you, Keith. So straight up, anybody that shows up today, I literally put your name in the drawing for one of these books that I'm going to do Christmas morning. These books are signed on the inside. And then for anybody that shares this show, shares it, I go in and look all over Timbuktu to see who has shared it. And then I put you in for a separate drawing. So please, please, please do me a favor and jump in. Tell your friends. Put their names in it. If you feel that they could use this book, put their name in the comment, and then I am going to turn around and I'm going to put their name in there too. So another thing is Tim wanted me to share. He's got a special deal giveaway going on. I should have had this up, guys. I'm sorry. I have been exhausted. Oh my gosh. I know it's here someplace. I know it is. Okay. So what he is doing is he's running a promotion from 12:01 a.m. on the 16th, which I do believe is this Saturday, until 11:59 p.m. on the 19th. So basically midnight to midnight, the 16th through the 19th, on his book will be absolutely free on Kindle. The app is free, so download it across all the platforms. And this is in addition to the ability to read for free if you are a Kindle Unlimited subscriber. So, you can also go to Tim Bear's Facebook page, and you'll be able to see this also because he's writing a whole promotion on it. But I really wanted you guys to know about that and kind of get that going. I'm also finding that I have got to get on to my Facebook and be able to see it, because last week I found out there was a ton of comments of people I never even seen. Why? Because I didn't have Facebook up. Quite frankly, I didn't have Facebook up. So there is that. And who shared it? I shared it. So we're going to put this here. I'm going to literally drop that and put it over here in case anybody jumps onto Facebook to say, hey, how you doing? Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Kevin. Hello, everybody. So let's kind of get our day started. Oh, my God. I hate it when videos freeze. I hate it, but it is what it is. So I always go to this book, and you know what? It's become my crutch. I won't even lie. This has become my crutch. I get messages all the time in my mind what I need to talk about. And I'll tell you what, I started reading a book over the weekend, and I don't have it in front of me. Gave me so much to think about, so much to talk about. And then literally after spending the night in the hospital last night, out my brain. So I'm going to use this book. And then a lot of times this really does go along with exactly what Spirit has given me. So to me, it's just affirmation. I can't even speak today. It's just telling me that, yes, what's here is here, and what Spirit is using whatever tool they can to get to us. So let's open it up. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is a mouthful. Look at those pictures. Look at those pictures, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. So it says love is the best medium of communication. Now, this is a lot to read, guys, so hold on. It's going to be a minute. It says essential truth. The slightest thought having to do with the slightest thought having to do with a being existing on what you call the other side brings that being's consciousness flying to you. You cannot have a thought or an idea about a person who is what you call deceased without the person's essence becoming completely aware of it. It is not necessarily to use a medium produce such a communication. Love is the best medium of communication. Good morning, Guru. I have no clue what you wrote, darling. Oh, I have a feeling you're a spammer, Guru. Loved ones are never far from you, never more than a thought away, and will always be there if you need them, ready with counsel and comfort or advice. Souls who love you in life are drawn to you, pulled to you, fly to you the moment they sense the slightest trouble or disturbance in your auric field. If part of what they want to do is to come back to you, to see how you are, to bring you the awareness they're all right, whatever, trust that they'll do that. One of the first opportunities as they learn about the possibilities of their new existence is to provide aid and comfort to those they love. And you will feel their comforting presence if you are really open to them. Watch for the sign and catch it. Don't miss it as just your imagination, wishful thinking, or coincidences. You have to see, feel, touch before you believe. Yet that which you wish to know cannot be seen, felt, touched, if it is another realm. And I will tell you what, it's truth. It's truth. I am one of those mediums, guys, that when I do a reading, and trust me when I say I do a lot of readings, mediumship readings, talking to people's loved ones for them, I like to add in there, because so often their loved ones tell me that they're giving them signs. They're giving them signs all over the place, but the person's missing it. And a lot of times I will tell you why they miss it is because we're just not aware of so many things. We're not aware. Our senses are not aware. We're not necessarily looking for it. We want the sign that nails us in the face. We want to be just bowled over. Can't deny it. We want to see a red cardinal go through, and that's grandpa, or whatever it might be, or feathers are my mom, or pennies are this one. Well, yeah, all those can be signs. All of those can be. But quite honestly, loved ones use things that are much more personable. Much more personable. For instance, my sister, God bless her heart, love her to death. She's been gone for, I never remember if it's 10 or 11 years, but it's been a long time. I can remember the date. I can remember the weekend, but I always let the year go. But she will come through in Journey. The group, Journey. She will come through. She will give me little signs here and there. She will even be in my mind, and I will hear her, and I will hear her excitement, because she was a person with tons of excitement. But when I'm not listening and I'm not paying attention, Journey will play. Anywhere. I can be in the elevator. I can be in a shopping mall. I can be in my car, my phone, wherever it will play. Guys, I've even had it back when I was still nursing on a Sunday, a radio that wasn't turned on, it wasn't plugged in, started playing Journey. And I started a conversation with her, and it played a different Journey song throughout the whole conversation that went on for hours because I was there for a double. And it's amazing how spirit works. So often you'll hear, oh my gosh, do they still love me? I don't even know if they love me. And you stop because you're going up going, oh my gosh, do you still love me? And you don't realize you stopped on top of a heart. Or you don't realize there's a sign in front of you that says love never ends. And you don't see those signs. You don't see the big obvious ones. And if you do, a lot of times we ask for a second sign. Now, it took a bit for them to get the first one. Why would you want to ask for a second one? But it's true. That's what we do. Now, so often, I teach people how to talk to their loved ones. Now, I'm not talking about my psychic mediumship development classes. Yeah, I teach a lot about that, and those are much more in depth. But I teach people how to hear their loved ones. And it is so simple because almost everybody has a thought process in their mind on a regular basis. Thought process, simple thinking. Simple thinking. And so often we have those conversations that go on forever and they're just fast. They're boom, boom, boom. And we think to ourselves, boy, I'm answering myself well today. And I will tell you what, 9 times out of 10, guys, it's not you answering yourself. It's your loved ones. It's somebody on the other side. And how do you tell the difference? When you tell the difference is number one way to tell is spirit can be kind of rude. They are going to cut you off at the pass. They're going to interrupt you. You're not going to get to the end of the sentence and boom, they're talking. Number 2, if they're not so rude, they're literally going to wait until you're done and start immediately from that last word and continue on the thought. When you start to acknowledge this and you start to realize it happening, all of a sudden you're going to start to realize there's a couple of people in your head. Now, this isn't schizophrenia. It's not mental disorder. It's not bipolar. It's none of that. It is literally spirit using what you have to talk to you. We've all watched Star Trek back in the day, or over the decades of different generations of Star Trek. We've seen the Spock mind meld. We've seen it all. They were onto something, because that's exactly what it is. Is spirit is using this. Spirit no longer needs words. They no longer have ears. They don't have a mouth. They don't have all of these things that the body has. But what they do have is energy. We are energy. And that's where the basis of that communication comes in at, is energy. So let's take you back. Let's take you back to high school science, 9th grade, physical science. Oh my God, can you remember? I remember that name, physical science. Ooh, dreaded that class. Oh, every time I turned around, that class was like, nope, not doing it. Not doing it. I had to refresh this page just to see if I'm missing something here, guys. Nope. Oh my gosh. Last week I had tons of comments, and this week it's like, oh, where'd you guys go? Anyway, physical science teaches you about matter, simple matter. They teach you about atoms and molecules, how it takes so many atoms and structure of atoms to make up a molecule. And in the process of that, they teach you how your metal table that you're sitting at is in the essence no different than the air you're breathing. Now it will have different molecules. It'll be arranged different. But the biggest difference between them, if there is a difference, is the size of the atoms making up the molecule and the speed of which they're moving. That's simple, isn't it? That metal table has got big, fat atoms and molecules, and they're moving incredibly slow. And that's why we have this hard table that you can pound on and you can cut. You can't do anything with it. You can't even move it across. Good morning, Miss Angela. You can't even move it across the floor. or air you can't see. And those molecules are just microscopic, tiny compared to anything else. And they're moving incredibly fast. And they're just like on drugs all over the place. But it still comes down to atoms and speed of movement. Now, if I take something like heat, a very hot heat, and I apply it to that metal table, it's going to change. Those molecules are going to shrink, and those molecules are going to start to speed up. And it's going to go from a hard form to a liquid form. And if I continue to heat that up, it's going to go from a liquid form to a gas, which is now still a little bit heavier than air. But it's getting really close, isn't it? Now I want you to think about your body. The soul's in this. The soul's in the metal table. Okay? When somebody dies, it's like putting fire to it. And I don't mean cremation. It's like changing the consistency. Why? Because the soul has left the body. It's changed its way of being. It's no longer confined. It's no longer attached to something or, brought together with a symbiotic relationship. Ooh, that's a big word, isn't it? That's a Star Trek word. Symbiotic relationship. It's no longer there that way. Now, when the soul completes the separation, it becomes much more like that air or gas. It's much more like energy. And it's amazing because when it does that, it has a sense of freedom. And that freedom's able to talk with us. It no longer needs a mouth. It no longer needs to take time. They're rapid fire fast. Those thoughts are going to be boom, 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 boom in your mind. And anybody that's had a reading with me, 9 times out of 10, every once in a while I get that soul that's a little slower. 9 times out of 10, I am talking fast. I am like da 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 because I'm hearing it that fast. And a lot of times it's because I'm getting the soul that was really hyper when they were here. But you can do it the same. There's no difference. Now, I talked a lot about love being the medium, and it is. The biggest question, 2 of the biggest questions I get, 2, and it comes with every reading. I've learned, I used to hate these questions. I used to look at people like, really, are you really asking that now? But now I've learned to love these questions. Now, question number 2, when it always comes at the end of the reading, and I say, do you have any questions about? I just need to know they're okay. Are they okay? Yeah. They are better than okay. They are free. And they've returned to love. And it's all love. The hatred, the anguish, pain, everything that's heavy is gone now. Hey, good morning, Paige. Paige, I need to talk to you later today. And then 2, are they around me? Yeah. They are. They've got a magic door. They can be off doing whatever they're going to be doing. And the minute you think of them, or the minute there's something going on with you, and your energy pushes out, something's the matter. Your loved ones come flying into you right now. And it is like, boom, in right now, here you go. Wow, in your face. It's mind-blowing how fast they are. And so often, and it's amazing how people will get that confirmation, because in the middle of a reading, they'll start bringing up random things, necklaces that were just received. They'll start describing them, or their room, or their office where they work, situations that happen. And they're like, oh my God, how do they know that? It's because they're with you. I've had spirits come through, loved ones come through, and talk about the small space somebody's in and the candle they're looking at. They're like, how do they know? I don't even know you're on the phone. They're like, I'm in my bathroom hiding, and all I have is a candle on. And if you notice in that statement, the loved one is with them and the loved one's with me. So I can hear them, but they're with them too, which is amazing. Now, one of the biggest things people, I hear from people, and I'll tell you what, this is true. This is true. You know how they say time heals everything, right? Time heals everything. My hands are really dry. And it does, guys. It does. I used to say that statement without a doubt all the time. Why? Because I was a person that death never really affected me. It just never did, guys. I mean, my whole life, you know, I'm a medium, yes. But my whole life, up until the time I was practicing all the time, I dreamt people's deaths before they happened. So within a week, if I had a dream about you dying, you had up to 7 days. You had a limited time on your life. I hate to say it that way, but I mean, it was always pretty accurate. Within 7 days, I was going to be at, hearing about your death. So death never really affected me. I had an deep understanding because of a grandmother that passed away of what death was. And I realized at a very young age that death was just this was gone. The person himself wasn't, just the body was. So as cruel as that may sound to people when I say death never affected me, it's because I was almost born with the idea of it, understanding of it. And to top it off, sorry, I gotta do this. And to top it off, I had this deep understanding of knowing that the soul never stopped. The soul was already there. And that was not something to be afraid of. And I was very blessed for that. But when my sister died, different story. I all of a sudden understood without any doubts what others experienced with death. Now, I never experienced this, that feeling. I never experienced that loss. I never experienced any of that until she died. And the stranger aspect of that is I lived in Wisconsin. She lived in Texas. And in 30 years, we'd only seen each other a handful of times. We talked on the phone daily, if not 2 or 3 times a day, for hours. But to physically see her, I didn't have. I didn't get to go to coffee with her or lunch or Christmas. Or I can't, since we were young, she was 15, we didn't even have a Christmas together. So why would I experience such loss? And that was hard for me. Why am I experiencing this thing that was ripping from me? And I fought that. Because as a medium who predominantly hears things, you would then think this would have been a relationship made in heaven. Oh yeah, that's not going to end because I'm still going to hear her all the time in my mind and we're going to have these conversations. Except I didn't know I was a medium and nobody explained to me how it worked. And that was where I lost my mind. I lost it. But the cool thing is, and this is with her, and it's with every loved one that passes away, everyone. They want us to know they are okay. They want us to know that they're on the other side helping you. So they initially come in with signs that they're okay. Some people report seeing them 3D, boom, there they are. I had that with my grandpa. Literally walking past a room, and there was my grandpa standing. You dead. And there he was. Clearest sign I ever got that the soul exists. It was magical. But they do it in other ways. They have music. They will put things in front of you. My sister knocks the back of one of her kids' heads all the time. Still does it. They will send feathers. They will have things drop in front of you. They will come to you in dreams. No, Paige, I did not. But I did wake up to a message for you. Which is really strange, Paige, because I was going to get a hold of you later on this afternoon. But it's all of that. It's all of that. And they're there. So how does that time heal? Because as the soul gets further away from their date of death, from that birthday back into the soul form, simple possessions become less important to them. Because when they first die, they want us to know they're okay. They are just, oh my gosh, they love us. They want to make everything right and better. But as they grow further away from that date, they don't care about their car. They don't care about their jewelry. They don't care about their clothes. They don't care if you've moved on and fell in love with somebody else. Matter of fact, they want that for you because they don't want you to live alone. And they're more wanting to know you're okay to help you personally. And at the same time as that's happening for them, it's also happening for you. And you don't need them as much. Does it stop them from checking on you? No. They're still coming. They're still loving you. They're still all about you. It's just some things, the nature of the relationship has changed a little bit and you are more okay. But trust me, when I tell you, your loved ones are with you. And I'm not trying to get myself out of business here because I'm not. But you don't need me to talk to your loved ones. You don't need me to tell you your life is going to be okay. Because your loved ones are there to tell you. And I'm really praying that one day in my lifetime, highly doubt it's going to happen, but I'm praying it will, that we are going to bridge that gap between the body and the soul. So those unions can happen all the time without having to have a mediator in between, because isn't that what a medium is, a mediator? Somebody that stands in between to mediate messages. That's what I am. And one day you'll be able to do that all on your own with just as much confidence as I do. But today, start thinking about it today. Start reaching out to your loved ones today in your mind and just saying, good morning, Sally. How are you? If you hear something, if your brain hears a good morning back, don't naturally think it's your own brain answering you. Don't. Because trust me, it is probably them. Okay, guys. That was a good topic, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. We're going to take a quick break here. And when I come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud.
Can you harm yourself using energy medicine? The answer is yes. Gail Lynn, the creator of the Harmonic Egg products for commercial and home use, has been involved in the field of energy medicine for the past 15 years. In her experience, Gail has witnessed cases where people have faced negative consequences due to the improper use of energy medicine. Some individuals did not allow the sessions to integrate properly or exposed their bodies to beneficial energies for extended periods, leading to harmful effects. This can cause the body to go into a defense, flight, flight or fight mode, creating confusion within the body despite the positive nature of the energy. There is also the potential risk of hiring a wounded healer who may unintentionally hurt their clients. For those reasons and more, she is committed to educating people about the safe and appropriate use of energy medicine. For those interested in learning more, Gail provides videos, articles, and other resources at harmonicegg.com. Contact her directly at info@harmonicegg.com to find out about safe and effective energy healing products and services.
Are you ready to dive into a world of exploration, enlightenment, and higher consciousness? The Edge Magazine media platform is your ultimate one-stop shop for all things curious. We're a vibrant community of seekers and teachers passionate about sharing our gifts and abilities to help the collective explore, develop, and understand our journey towards higher consciousness. Our website, edgemagazine.net, receives over 10,000 views each month, boasting unique articles, enlightening forecasts, and insightful book reviews. Over 15,000 copies of the Edge Magazine are printed every other month and distributed to over 400 locations across the Midwest. Experience a world of opportunities with the Edge Magazine. Unleash exposure through enticing print and online ads, Edge Partner Directory membership, and community calendar listings. Share your experience in radio and multimedia interviews, connecting with our diverse community, and join our vibrant events. Connect with like-minded individuals and share your gifts here, there, and everywhere.
Good morning, guys. Getting a deck of cards. You busted me. There you go. I was going to grab one, but I decided to grab a different one. Let me get back onto your comments. Oh my God, I lost my thing. So my box hasn't arrived yet. Oh, Tim wanted to see my nails. There they are, guys. Those are my Christmas nails. Oh my God, my rings all over the place. Those are the Christmas nails. I thought about you guys this week when I was getting them. So set of 2. There you go. I love my nails. I won't even lie to you. It is one of the few things in life I do for me. So I have not, again, I know a box is coming. It has not gotten to me yet. And as soon as it does, we're going to have fresh cards to open up for everybody. Thumbs up. Got it. And I got the new names of people who have come in for the book giveaway that I'm going to do on Christmas morning. Yes. I was going to tape a show Christmas. I think I'm going to show up. I think I'm just going to show up and do it live. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm going to work on Christmas. Why? Because this really isn't work. So the cards I decided to use, I was going to use this deck. I decided not to. Something told me not to. I don't know why. So in past shows, guys, of School Through Spirit, you see me use these cards a lot because I love them. But I'm going to use Nature Whispers cards. And this is by Angela Hartfield. And I do believe the artwork is by Josephine Wall. Beautiful deck. I love this deck. And it's Angela Hartfield wrote the deck. And artwork was by Josephine Wall. And it's Blue Angel Publishing. Blue Angel Publishing, which I think is amazing. Quite frankly, I wish Blue Angel Publishing would send me a ton of different cards because, oh my God, I'm in love with these. Now, this never came with like an extra insert, guys. I can tell you that right now. It does have a beautiful back. I love the fact that they showed so many cards on the back of this. And reasons for the deck. I love that when that happens. Okay. I love it when decks do that. This is a deck I've never had to use a book for. But the book is really pretty straightforward. As you see, if you're somebody that's new to reading oracle cards, obviously the book is there for us. It can give you a little bit more in-depth type thing. It does give you an introduction to the deck in here, how to prepare your cards, clear your cards, how to ask questions, shovels, choosing a card, all of it. I love deck books that do this. It does give you a few different spreads in here. 3-card spread, which is really cool, a daily message, or a relating spread, which I don't know. What is a relating spread? It's about looking at relationships with someone else. Whether the someone else is your boss, your lover, your friend, sibling, or parent. I like that. So there you go. So it does give you a few different options. So I do like this deck when it comes to that. But I love it because, number one, it's gorgeous. Artwork is amazing. And it does give you a few words on here on each card, but they're not so many words that it just kind of takes your own interpretation off. Okay. And that's one thing I like about a deck is when it, I love it when they give us words. I really do, because I do think sometimes you need more than the image. Okay. A lot of times I will go off the image, what I'm seeing, what's popping off. Okay. So when I read oracle cards, it's what's popping out of this image to me to tell me what this card's about. Sometimes I will go, oh, wait a second, it's not here. It's actually in the words. What are the words? And I will hear that. Good morning, Miss Jamie. Or it's a combination of. And I love this deck because it doesn't have a ton of words in it. It's just me. It's just me. So we're going to do our 5-card stud, guys. And with that 5-card stud, remember, you're going to pick a card. You can pick 1 card, 2 cards, 4 cards, all 5 cards, but this is your reading for the week. After I get done talking about each card individually, I'm going to go back and do a full reading on all 5 cards. So you never know, your message might be in 1 or 2 cards, or it might be in the whole thing. Whatever you like, or you can go both ways. I don't care. This is all about you, but it's yours for the week. Now, after I get this done, I do take images of it, write the reading down, and I send it into the magazine, and they do what they want. And they actually post it, guys. They post it on, I think it's a Facebook or the online magazine. And guys, guess what? It's coming out. It is off the presses. It is starting to be shipped. The next issue is out. And guess whose page is in it? Mine. I've already seen a picture of it, and I'm in awe. I'm so excited. So if you haven't gotten The Edge magazine, your subscription to it, please do me a favor, subscribe to the magazine. If you have subscribed to the magazine, trust me, that copy is coming to you. Or if you know a store that has a drop zone for it, feel free to go in there and pick up your magazine for free, because if it is at a drop zone, those magazines are given for free away. If you're a person that says, oh my gosh, I want a drop zone near me, take your magazine, take it into those stores and say, hey, if you get a hold of this magazine, they will send you a stand to put these magazines in, and they will send you however many magazines. Okay. And they're going to and I'm going to come in every 2 months and grab my magazine. And while I'm here, I'm going to buy something else, because they're going to get the magazine for free. And then you can get the magazine for free too. You only have to pay if it's got to get shipped to your door. See the difference? Which is kind of cool, guys. And the magazine's got so much in it, whether it be articles or a directory of healers, events that are happening, all of it. And the magazine, I will tell you what, is everywhere. We're in obviously the neighboring states, but we're also in California, Arizona, New York. I believe we're in one of the Carolinas. It's truly going in so many different directions. It's awesome. So go get your copy. Okay, right off the bat, I think I talked enough here. Okay, let's shuffle. Already shuffled. Oh my God, my hair's falling out already. It is what it is. Card number 1, amplify your positive emotions. Oh, wow. I like that. And I love the fact that they have a depiction of an angel walking through water. Because when you look at it, you can tell this water was really still before this child started walking through it. And with every footstep becomes a ripple effect. And that's where that amplifying of emotions happen. When you have positive, good emotions, raise those emotions up. And this card tells me you're in that space where it's time to raise those. Bring those up. When you feel one, make yourself really feel it and push that out to the world. It's going to regenerate more positivity towards you, more positive thoughts, and it's going to have this ripple effect out. And it's about you changing your own life, okay? When I say that, that's what that's about. When we start to have those positive thoughts and we ripple them out, our own life begins to change. And that's what this card number 1 is starting to tell me. Card number 2 is a vulnerability. Ooh, such a hard card. This is so hard. But if you pick card number 2, you're in a place that it is time to start becoming vulnerable. It's time to let down your guard. It's time to say, you know what? I'm open. And a lot of times that's what vulnerability is. That's what vulnerability page, never mind card 3. It is time, because vulnerability is hard, guys. Being vulnerable is hard. But when we have walls up everywhere, and we put our shields up, what happens? We aren't opening the doors for opportunities. We're not opening the doors for life to happen. We're not opening the doors for experiences. So it's time to let those walls down. It's time to say, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to accept what comes, because trust me, it's probably going to be more positive than negative. Card number 3, good choice, is Bountiful Harvest. And this is gorgeous because she's taking in the world, guys. Look at that. She's not just taking in some corn and carrots. She is grabbing the world. And that's what this card's about, is the world is your oyster. It is yours. It is there for the taking. And it is time to start saying, I have done the work. I've done it all. And it's time to let this come into me. Okay, it is time for you to realize that there is nothing you can't have, and it is time for you to start taking what is yours. Card number 4 is Celebrate Differences. Celebrate differences. Oh my gosh, look at that. Unicorns and dolphins and doves. What the hell is that? Flying fish. Water and land and people versus mermaids and castles and flowers, and it's all different. It is all different. And that's what's beautiful. If you pick card number 4, you're realizing that the beauty is not in what you have the same as somebody else, but the differences you have and how those things enrich your life just because they're there. Just because they're there. Best friends are not made up on, oh my gosh, we have all the same things in common. Best friends are made up on, boy, you do this and I do this, but let's experience it together. So start celebrating some of those things. And card number 5 is Higher Ground. Higher Ground. Look at that. They took a rose and made that thing huge, and it shows a fairy just flying it up. And it tells me that you are starting to elevate. You are taking your energy and you're bringing it up to say, good things are happening. I am happening. Life is getting brighter. Life is getting better. And you're bringing this up you're bringing it up to the ethers. And that's what card number 5 is about. Card number 1 was Amplify Your Positive Emotions. Card number 2 is Vulnerability. 3 is that Bountiful Harvest. 4 is Celebrate Differences, and 5 is Higher Ground. Now, when I put this all together, guys, this is a week of bringing yourself up. I can't even tell you. It is just, you are leveling up is basically what it is. You have gone through the shit. You have gone through some hell lately. You have gone through some experiences, and you're gaining a different understanding, a different wisdom. Now, does that mean today or tomorrow is going to be any different than last week? Probably not. But what's going to be different is your attitude and the way you perceive things. And that's what's leveling you up. And it's telling me this because when you're doing this, all this stuff, all of a sudden things start to come to you. Things start to happen for you. Doors open up, the world opens up, but you do have to do things like raise that vibration, open up those doors, let those guards down, allow yourself to realize that, boom, you can take everything in because it's yours, and watch yourself elevate. Gosh, and yes, guys, I can talk a lot in a minute. I need to tape. I need somebody to sit there with a little clicker. Da, 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 da. I think they'd break their little thumb trying to count how many words I can say in a minute, because my mouth can go, and it's not even fast yet. I can speed up. Okay, guys. Before I take this into an end, I do want to bring up where I'm going to be this weekend. Where I'm going to be. Magic fingers. Oh my gosh, magic fingers. I should really write this all stuff down. I know I'm in the Wisconsin Dells. That I could tell you. I'm in Wisconsin Dells. Beyond that, I'm not quite sure where I'm at in life. Let me see. I know I'm in Wisconsin Dells this Sunday. I'm cookie baking at home on Saturday, but I'm in Wisconsin Dells on Sunday. I know it's on here someplace because I've shared it. There it is. So I am isn't that pretty music? It is Wintergreen Conference. Oh my gosh, it needs to stop moving. Wintergreen Conference Conference Center in Wisconsin Dells is where it's at. Trying to see if I can get a better description than that for you. So, yep, it's not going to tell me more than that. It's Wintergreen Conference Center. It's on Gasser Road, Wisconsin Dells is what I do know. But I do know if you Google that whole, I'm going to do the same thing, guys, on the way there. So it is the Wintergreen Conference Center. It is Sunday, the 17th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I will also I will be there doing readings, but the really special thing, guys, is I have the gallery this time around. And the gallery is at 1:30. It's from 1:30 to 2:30. It is an additional cost, $25 to get into the gallery. Not everybody's going to be guaranteed a reading, but trust me when I say everybody's affected by them. But it is a chance to get a reading, a small reading from one of your loved ones, and to really get that personal experience of how spirit really just affects everybody in a room. It's pretty amazing. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world to do is galleries. It's a passion for me. So, oh my gosh, guys. And as you know, my intermediate class started last week. So if somebody still wants to jump in the intermediate level of psychic mediumship development, it's not too late. You're only a week behind, and I can easily get you caught up. If that's something you want to do, just send me a private message. Always look for the Edge magazine. Go to the Edge magazine and subscribe or find out where those drop centers are and go get your magazine for free. With that being said, guys, I will see you guys all next week. Same time, same channel, Monday morning at 9 a.m. Don't forget, even after this is done, you can still share this. You can still put friends' names in for that book giveaway, and I will get it done for you. Okay, guys? You guys have a great day. See you soon.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, deette.us. That's deette.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit deette.us. That's deette.us.